That was lit. We're tough. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a long-awaited episode of FCTV. Sorry for the wait, no Little Wayne. But today,
I'm more like Birdman.
You don't want to be Birdman. They
Respect!
beefing.
Are they beefing?
Yeah, boy. He just sued him for a lot. But this ain't about rap culture or whatever's going on. But anyway, hello again. We are the Snapple Grapple. And to my left is the...
a jam shake, boys.
And this is the food chain. So, welcome back to FCTV for another great episode. Today, going to be real short and sweet. We are going to have a quick discussion, full spoiler discussion.
Full spoils.
About Deadpool 2.
Deadpool the second, the sequel of Deadpool 1, which came out some year. I don't remember, I'll be honest. 2014. 2015. Not 2016. Probably not 2017. Definitely not 2018. Deadpool 2 review. What an exciting. But today we have a returning food chain guest to join us for this exciting Deadpool 2 review endeavor. I would like to introduce him now. Bonsai!
Hey. Look at him.
He's returned!
How you feeling today, Bonsai?
I'm feeling awake and attentive.
Awake and attentive. Well,
Awake
welcome back.
And attentive.
Glad to be here.
Welcome to our Deadpool 2 review.
Now, for those of you who don't know, out of everyone in the food chain, and honestly, any of my friends, Bonsai is probably the biggest Deadpool fan I know.
What?
So, him being on here is
a
special request by me personally.
Deadpool,
I wanted him
what
here
was that?
for our review for Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, I'm going to start with Jam Shake.
Oh?
Jam Shake.
Yeah.
First things first.
Yeah.
Rate the movie, 1 to 10.
Okay. Let's see. See, because I liked it. I didn't think it was a bad movie. I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably give it like an 8. 8 out of 10.
A
Probably.
solid 8?
Yeah, it's probably a solid 8.
No
I like
decimals? No decimals? 8.1,
Nah,
8.2?
decimals are created by the government. They're not even real.
Decimals are a construct.
Yeah, so probably an 8 out of 10. I think it was
Okay.
solid.
That's respectable.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
I enjoyed it.
All right, now, Bonsai.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rate this movie, 1 out of 10.
Well, if I had to rate this
1 out of
movie,
10.
I'm going to rate the first one first.
Okay.
I give the first one
Yeah.
a 9.
Okay.
And if I had to be a government boy, a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow, 9.5 government
He's
boy?
a snake. He's a
Yo.
snake.
But I think I would give Deadpool 2, in agreement with Jam Shake, an 8 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate the movie. But I didn't feel like it
You
was...
gave the first one a 9.5.
I
You
know.
Like government.
It sounds like I hate it,
my
but
God.
I didn't hate the second one. But what about you?
Yeah, what about the snap grab?
So, I'm going to piggyback off of both of you guys for a second. Deadpool 1, if we're going back to Deadpool 1, I give Deadpool 1 an 8 out of 10 as well. Deadpool 1 got a lot of hype because of how new it was. It was something completely introduced. No one's ever seen it
Absolutely.
before.
It was an
So
R-rated
it's-
movie.
Yeah.
Exactly. A very successful superhero R-rated movie that
for real.
we've honestly never really seen before.
Absolutely.
But we need it.
And we kind of did.
Yeah, because
Deadpool,
Logan only exists because of that.
Exactly. But I give the movie an 8 out of 10 just because of my knowledge of Deadpool.
And this is Deadpool 1.
This is Deadpool 1. Pushing Deadpool 1 aside, I also give Deadpool 2 an 8 out of 10.
I would agree with
To
that.
me, personally, and I've gone back and forth with people a lot about this, but to me, they're about even.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
My laughs for both 1 and 2 were equal.
No, I think
I'll
laughed more
say,
at the first one, but...
yeah, I do remember you mentioning
Yeah.
that. To me, the second one had me laughing more times, but the first one had me laughing harder.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
I could also
for
agree
me,
with
I could
that.
agree with that.
the
probably.
biggest one I remember is all dinosaurs
Yeah,
fearing
that-
the T-Rex.
I
had
was
me
That was
actually-
I felt like that was the main reason why you kept going back to see the movie.
I can't lie. I was
Honestly.
actually like embarrassed because I saw it in theaters and I was laughing like really hard. And I was like, I'm not trying to like be dying like in the movie theater. Like
The worst
I
part,
can't breathe because of fucking dinosaur joke.
yeah. The worst part is both Deadpool and Logan are the first movies I ever like went back to the theaters to see more than once. Like,
Really?
Never had a movie that hit me that hard, but both of those movies I was like saw again the second time. You know, well, I'm more time.
One more.
How many times did you see the first one?
Time.
Deadpool 1, I saw at least 4 times.
Damn, in theaters?
Yes.
Damn.
And then Logan, I saw 3 times.
I saw Logan twice in theaters.
I think I saw Logan twice as well.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it once with you guys, and I feel like I saw it with somebody else. I can't remember.
I saw it by myself. When
Did
I
you?
first went, I saw it by myself on IMAX. Because it was like spontaneous.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The first time I saw it with you.
Yeah, I remember
The
that.
second time I saw it with McWhoopi.
Okay.
And then the third time I saw it with the Hungry Patient.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. But yeah, that's my overall vote. I give them both about an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
That's a fair assessment to me.
I fully agree though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
I
the
very
movie immensely. I think the only thing that stopped this movie from being higher for me and me thinking it's completely better than the first one is the ending, but we'll get into that later because you guys already know I have issues with certain parts of the ending, but we'll get into that.
And you also got to go into it that we're giving these ratings, and it came out around the same time as Infinity War.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I can't lie. And I'll be 100% honest with like the people. Avengers Infinity War set the bar high.
It did.
Like for superhero movies, like
In
for
general.
at least like the next year or two, they're gonna have to get big.
Yeah, like Ant-Man and Wasp, I'm sorry, you're destroyed already.
Don't get me wrong, Ant-Man and Wasp isn't gonna be as good as Infinity War, but it's not trying to be as good as
course
Infinity
not.
War.
Yeah,
Which
of
I
course
don't think Deadpool 2 was either.
It was his own different tone.
But like at the same time, I'm just like, you gotta like bring it, like right now. Like you really have to get huge on these movies. Like Infinity War had people have a heart attacks in the movie theater, yo.
And we're talking about Marvel
Being
movies right
escorted
now.
out.
Like that's real, like
So-
stuff right there.
We're talking about Marvel movies right now.
So
it's
for
like
those-
DC, don't even try right
Well,
now.
DC
Well, that's pretty much
DC
what
is
I was
its
about
own-
to say.
DC animated try.
Everything Jamshake just said is kind of directed towards the DCEU.
Nah,
it's
like-
hey, DCEU, you're kind of fucking losing right now.
They were
Kind
never
of.
winning. Let's be real.
Their anime movies are better than our Marvel animated, but real world,
I can't deny that. Like DC anime was, but that's besides the point.
yeah.
Favorite parts of the movie. Favorite
parts?
Yeah. Favorite aspects. Snap grab. What was your favorite parts of the movie? Deadpool 2.
All right, my number one, hands down. For those of you who know me, you guys know how much of a fan of Colossus I am. Probably my favorite part of both movies is how well they do Colossus. I've never seen an iteration of Colossus outside of the comics that I enjoyed more than Deadpool 2. And that's going all the movies I've seen him in, all the animated stuff I've seen him in. I mean, the comics is where he originated, so I can't say anything's better than the comics. But outside of that, Deadpool 2, or Deadpool in general, set the bar for the CGI of Colossus. Like, you cannot not do him similar to Deadpool 2 now. You can't go back to just making a guy like Chrome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter if you make him strong or if the Chrome looks good, whatever, you can't do that anymore.
They gave him
You
his
have to make him huge.
buskiness.
Yeah,
You
he's
have to-
busky.
Gave him the
The
accent.
detail in his like
even the
muscles
accent,
and
which
his
I'm
metal,
impressed about.
that was lit. But as a Colossus fan, he's my favorite X-Men. The fight scene, the CGI fight scene between him and the Juggernaut is my favorite part of the entire movie. And the Juggernaut as well, I also
mention.
fully enjoyed.
Yeah.
That was
The
a
Juggernaut-
great iteration.
I can't
of
lie,
Juggernaut.
because actually seeing the movie, I was like, okay, who is it?
Yeah.
Like, that was like me thought dumb because I was like, if they don't show who this is, I'm gonna be pissed. Like,
Which from the get-go, I was like, I feel like that's Juggernaut. That's like, nah, Deadpool's not gonna bring Juggernaut
because
into this movie.
I don't remember even if they dropped any hints about Juggernaut.
I don't think they
They
did.
dropped a hint.
Did they?
No. Okay, it wasn't about Juggernaut. They just dropped a hint that we were going to see him.
We just knew it was gonna be a
Did
powerful
they?
motherfucker.
Not see Juggernaut. The thing they were talking
Yeah,
about.
well,
dropped
because
a
they
hint
were
we
like
gonna see that.
like be friends with like the biggest guy,
Yeah,
and I was like,
he said with a big spoonful of foreshadowing, and he like stared right into the camera.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so we're gonna see whoever this big guy
Yeah.
is.
We
and
knew
I
it
was
was gonna
like-
be a bulky, big, or
yeah,
powerful
he had
character.
to be a buff guy, but I was like, I don't know who they're gonna go with. And then when they showed, I was like, that Juggernaut, like, wow, okay,
and they made him look good.
yeah, he was good. I liked him.
Like, I thought he looked really good. There's a lot of like,
Compared to, like-
haters just all over their social media talking about, oh, who had the worst or who was the worst CGI. They had like Juggernaut up there. They had Thanos up there because there was a big issue
That's
with his, like,
a
nose.
damn line. Ain't
And
no
everyone,
way, yo.
if you saw the movie, you know
I wouldn't-
Thanos' CGI was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Look-
I
look
don't.
at right
I
here,
would not
haters.
ever understand that. Oh,
Look at you right here, haters. You want to talk shit about this Juggernaut?
Okay.
Go back to X3. That's all I have to say.
honestly, like,
I'm the
That
Juggernaut,
the
bitch.
Deadpool 2 Juggernaut is the Juggernaut, bitch.
there's a big like band of people that like on the internet that feel like you can't have a good character if you CG, and I just don't understand that. Like, they feel like, oh, like, for example, they use Doomsday from BVS as an example. Like, oh, he's just a big CGI beast, and I'm like, you don't really feel that, and I'm like, Doomsday was shit, my guy. Like, that was a bad movie. Like, that is not what you need to be, like, basing all your
going into,
things
like, the
on.
Marvel vs. DC aspect.
Like, that's just not even.
It's more of the CGI comparison.
Yeah, it's not even just that. Like, you can have a good villain be CGI.
Yeah.
Thanos, you know, obviously, and
I
hopefully,
mean,
Darkseid is gonna be good. If he's not good, I mean, that's a whole separate issue.
Yeah.
But
ain't got nothing to do with us.
you can have a believable and an impactful villain if he's CG.
Absolutely.
Like, it's possible. So I don't know why people don't think that's the case.
Right. As far as that goes, keeping it with Marvel, in my personal opinion, from what I can remember, I'd probably have to say the worst CGI villain was Ultron, just because if you remember when he gets his adamantium, he looks so shiny. There's a scene with him in the bus where Quicksilver comes in and hits Cap, or he hits Ultron. I can't remember exactly what happens, but you know, the whole "leave me alone" scene.
Yeah.
But his armor was so shiny, and then the cuts during the fights were so choppy. I was like, it's just bad CG to me.
I will agree with you in the fact that I believe Age of Ultron had the worst CGI of any MCU movie. I don't know why, but even like Iron Man and like his final battle armor, I was like, why does he look so bad?
He looked bad.
I was like, he
looks
bad. Like, he looks like a video game like character moving around. I don't know why. Infinity War, they did much better.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't know what had slipped up with Age of Ultron specifically. Yeah. But I mean, if CGI is good, it's good, and if it's bad, it's bad. That's as simple as it gets, honestly.
Well, like I said, my biggest thing, my favorite thing about the movie was that fight. The fight itself didn't really impress me because there was a lot of like him like kicking him in the nuts and poking him in the eye. It was like real silly fighting, and then he like lost a metal tooth. And he's like, and there was some like stupid stuff about it, but the idea behind it, making them two fight each other, paying homage to the comics, two incredible CGI builds, and it looked so good to me, and it just worked. We all know how, well, the comic fans know how powerful the Juggernaut really is. So Deadpool making him as strong as he was in the movie made me happy. Because Colossus can compete for sure, but you see it, like with the first punch, he just damn near breaks his wrist when he just cracks it back. Yeah. So I get it. Colossus had to think outside the box, and I don't agree to the dirty fighting or whatever, but I like the fact that they fought. I felt that needed to happen. That was a necessity. As soon as Juggernaut was in, as soon as the ground shook from whoever was at the bottom of the prison, I was like, whoever that guy has to fight Juggernaut, because Juggernaut needs to. Colossus, because Colossus needs to redeem himself from getting beat up by the chick. But
Angel dust,
that was probably my favorite part. I enjoy, personally, I'm one of the very few that enjoys the relationship between Deadpool and Vanessa. I really like her as an actor. I think she's gorgeous. I love seeing her on.
I don't remember her name
on screen. I don't remember her name either. I just know her character name is Vanessa.
I liked her in Gotham a lot.
Oh, really?
She did a good job in Gotham. Yeah.
But that's not saying there weren't, like, I didn't like anything else. I liked a lot of things about the movie, but if there was one particular thing, it was definitely the CG fight between
Colossus and
Juggernaut and Colossus. Yeah.
That was a cool.
And I'd probably say my second favorite is the cinematic of Domino running through the street.
Oh, you mean when she lands and like everything's flipping around her and
everything's just falling and going crazy, and she's just dipping.
Domino was dope. A lot of people weren't banging with her design. I mean, I was a fan of Domino right when they revealed her design. I was like the only one. Everyone was like, she's not comic accurate. Lou. Everyone was like, she's ugly. Lou. I was like,
I didn't
okay.
say she was ugly.
You said that can't
Zazie Beetz is a very attractive woman.
Nah, that can't your mouth, bro. Lou. I said, you know what? I think that's a dope idea to have a black person with the melanin. This I don't remember.
I would have liked it better.
I think that's a cool idea.
If the eye was more white,
I would have been.
It was like a lighter brown opposed to like a pure white.
I would have preferred if it showed up in more parts of her body.
Oh, okay.
But it was like just on her face, and I was like, I don't know how accurate that is, because usually if I see people with that, it's like more than just one spot.
Right.
But her role in the movie was good.
But like she was dope. I fucked with her.
She had,
I
like,
can't
Black
lie.
Widow moves.
I had my doubts from the jump.
Yeah, you did.
You know,
I didn't.
he
I
told
sided
you.
with her from the beginning.
I didn't really care. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't care that it was a black actor. But my thing is like, you can be a black actor and still look like the comic book character. It's just paint. Like Domino isn't white; she's an alien. But that's besides the point. But that's probably my second favorite thing. Like seeing her run in the cinematics and just her little, you know, not ad-libs, but her little like mouth offs to Deadpool through the mic. You know, like I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just chilling. I'm cruising.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, everyone's dead, and it's just me and you. Don't go after him. You can't do it alone.
Luck isn't a power.
Luck isn't a power. And she's like, whatever. And then next thing you know, she just does it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I like that. But Bonsai, your favorite parts of the movie, if more than one.
Honestly, if I'm just picking back off of you for my favorite part, I will have to say like Deadpool finally joining the fray during the whole chase scene.
Right.
Because not gonna lie, so much like was happening in that scene.
Yeah.
You had people dying. You got cities and cars and everything getting destroyed in this whole car scene.
Yeah.
You got freaking Cable going at it. You got Deadpool finally joining the fray and going at it. Freaking Deadpool's like driving another car through a person's body with his sword just to catch up.
Right.
Which I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
But that whole
was good.
scene was probably my favorite like action scene out of the whole movie.
Uh-huh.
But that kind of cuts me back to like why I like Deadpool 1 a little bit more, because I feel like Deadpool 1 had better action scenes than Deadpool 2.
You think
Whereas
so?
yeah, I personally do. Like there was the whole like everything that involved Deadpool and Ajax just seemed like over the top for me, and I was like, I love this.
I will say, and I feel like it's due to the low budget of Deadpool 1, is that Deadpool 1
Had to catch you.
had the balance more because they couldn't spend millions of dollars on like an action set piece. So like it would have like a set piece and then a lot of humor because like they couldn't afford to do another set piece.
Right.
So they had to be funnier in order to like get people. So I feel like that's kind of like why like Deadpool 1 is like more focused on comedy than Deadpool 2 because they had to be. Because I don't remember the budget of that movie, but it wasn't a lot.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, it was really, like, off the ground nothing. And Deadpool 2's budget wasn't even that large, but...
It wasn't. I think
it was still bigger than the first one.
Of course.
But it wasn't no Infinity War. That was
They
like
raked in a lot
$300
through their
movie.
advertisements because they
Yeah.
advertised all over the
For
place.
real.
They were in Korea advertising.
Yeah.
They had
for real.
like the big letter D on like the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Like months prior.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I didn't see Infinity War like advertisements at all in theaters, but I saw Deadpool stuff in
Yeah,
theaters. I'm
I
like,
can't lie.
okay.
I didn't see any Infinity War cutouts. I
I'm
saw
gonna
that
be
they
honest,
existed,
They
but I
probably
didn't see
didn't
any.
need to.
No.
They
yeah,
just
let's be real.
advertised it so well.
Infinity War, you could just say it's coming out and people...
Yeah,
But I think going off of what you were saying about the fight scenes, what I enjoyed about Deadpool 1, the fight scenes seemed more fluid to me. In Deadpool 2, everyone, like even Champ Special, who's one of the top martial artist guys we know, he was in love with the Cable introductions, the moves, the combat that Cable was doing, the choreography, and I enjoyed it. But what I tried to explain was it seemed too slow to me. It seemed like it was catch, punch, swing around, break.
Yeah.
Opposed to Deadpool 1 where it was like sword fight. We're moving fluid.
Yeah.
We're moving fluid. Bam, bam,
Like
bam.
the closest thing we got to that was the beginning of Deadpool 2 when he's doing all his bounty hits. He's going through, he's jumping across buildings, killing all the Yakuza members.
Yeah.
Then he's
Right.
fighting the people in the Chinese bathhouse. Then he goes to the
Right.
warehouse. Like that was the closest thing to Deadpool 1, and I could kind of actually maybe flop that around to my favorite part rather than the truck scene.
Okay.
Oh, that being like the beginning part.
Yeah.
and
the
then,
beginning
like,
part where he's
because-
just going through
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, because when I think about Deadpool, I'm like, yeah, there's those two action scenes. But Deadpool 1, I'm like, I think about all the action scenes, but I just like, yo, that scene where they're on the turnpike just duking it out.
Right.
When he just falls through the truck and everything. I will always remember that. That was, that part.
That was a great scene.
That
Yeah,
part
that was
got
good.
me for Deadpool
Yeah,
1.
that
It's
was
like,
great, yeah.
there should have been some more of that in Deadpool 2.
Right.
agree.
I feel that. I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That's like 100% with
Absolutely,
you on that one.
yeah.
Yeah, and then comedy-wise, my favorite part is, because there's a lot of comedy in Deadpool, but the whole Hayukio Highway thing.
That's
It's just
funny.
so cute and funny. I was just like, I love this.
Right.
Yeah. But,
So.
But I'm done with mine, so I'm going to give it to you, Jam.
I feel like it's not so much unpopular. My favorite part of the movie was Cable.
Cable?
Absolutely. I've loved how like Cable's disposition in the movie because like because at first I thought they were gonna make him like a stickler, like he's like shut up, Deadpool. And like times he is.
Yeah.
But I like that he is still open to comedy. Like the dubstep joke.
Yeah.
He's like, dubsteps for pussies. Like, that was funnier to me because I was like, I wasn't expecting him to say it, but he did anyway. So I was like, okay, that's funny. Like, I like that. Plus, I actually like Cable's choreography because I understand what you're saying with the fluidity. Well, but to me, I'm like, Cable wouldn't be fluid.
Well, I feel that
he's
I
like
think
a
just
slow powerhouse. So like him catching a hand, then coming up with the uppercut to me makes sense.
Right.
In his character, like I wouldn't imagine him going like water, like this nigga Bruce Lee or some shit. No, he got like fucking like he's just kind of big broody.
Right.
And I enjoy that. I like this gun a lot.
Yeah.
His gun you could turn it up. I was like, that's dope. Like I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, his gun was tough. And then like if you notice, he could like recall it back to his
back, and I was like, that's really cool. And like honestly, like any of Cable's gadgets, like he had the shield come out of his hand. Yeah. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
He was a great character.
Yeah, I really enjoyed him. I'm a big side note. I'm a big Negasonic Teenage Warhead fan. So whenever she's on the screen, I'm like, lit. Let's go. Because she
bagged a banger of a girlfriend.
Yo, and Yukio, that joke, that's probably my favorite joke.
It just, I love
the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wade joke. Like, I've seen like fan art pictures, and they still make me laugh because they're funny. Like, that's such an easy joke to make, but it got me every single time it was on. Also, the scene, I feel like it was done better in the trailer with the, what was his name? The guy who joined to, he's like, I just saw the flyer. You know, the normal guy. Peter, yeah, Peter. I thought that was like funny as hell in the trailer. Because they show him, he's just like, you're in. And that shit had me bagging up in the trailer.
See?
But, like, the funny came from the fact that in the trailer, like, he was like, you're in. And then it cut to him flying on the fucking parachute thing. And I was like, that's funny. But how it was done, like, don't get me wrong, it's funny, but, like, being in the trailer killed the joke for me. Like, I've seen the joke. Yeah. So now I was like, But, Cable was a big fan of Cable. The one kid, obviously, the one kid I liked before he tried too much.
The
like
big gangster.
Yeah, like when he would just drop like funny like Biggie or Tupac. So I was like, that's funny. And he was like, what did he say? Like fucking
damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
I was like, that's annoying. Like,
but I think they purposely made him cringy.
Yeah, I feel like they did too, so that worked for me. But yeah, Cable. If Cable's on the screen, I was there. I really enjoyed Cable. That's so. What is like? I feel like we kind of have like the same big issue. Yeah. Me and Snap. I don't know. So what was your biggest beef with the movie? Like, what was something you really did not like?
And that's the part that everybody comes to like, why do you like Deadpool 1 more than Deadpool 2? I was like, there's this stuff, but there's nothing like I truly hate about Deadpool 2. It had its good moments.
Yeah.
I will say that Snap knows, but one of our friends was like on Facebook trashing the movie because of the whole death scene part and how he's only doing this for his girlfriend who's now dead. Yeah. And everybody's like, why do you think it's such a horrible movie? He's like, hey, yo, he's getting coaxed by a dead woman in his dream world about doing all this. Like, Snap said this to me, and I thought it was a valid point that he's only doing this for his girlfriend. Like, he didn't give a crap about the kid.
Yeah, absolutely not.
It was just literally for his girlfriend.
Yeah, at first he didn't care, but if that's your issue...
Yeah, what's your issue?
See, me and Jay have been talking about this for a couple weeks now.
I feel like, and whenever someone brings it up, like against the movie, they always use the excuse like, "Oh, it doesn't matter, it's funny." But like to me, it bothered me. Our biggest beef is them killing the entire X-Force.
Okay, you know what? I was going to chime into that
because that like bothered me. Because first of all, I love Terry Crews.
He face planted into a bus.
Thanks for coming to Delaware, by the way, Terry Crews.
And Terry
Crews is out Dover. He's out Dover right now for Firefly.
Enjoy Firefly, everyone.
But that's a quick side note. My bad. Back to what we were talking about. He face planted into a fucking bus.
Okay, like we're getting cool mutants, like people that have like actual crazy powers, like the dude,
the
like
fucking acid spit.
I was like, that's so cool.
And then I'm better than you at everything.
It's really bad that you guys are bringing this part up.
Die like immediately, and I was like, come on. I get it's supposed to be funny, but that part I was like mad. Like
that
I was
part
like
was just unnecessary.
I was so excited to see these people like put work in.
Yeah.
And then they just pull it out for the rug, which everyone's like, that's the point. And I'm like, I get that's the point. I don't like the point.
And
I actually will say the one good thing that came out of that, and no, not Brad Pitt. The one good thing that came out of that scene for me was when Deadpool's explaining to Domino everything that's happening, like systematically watching each person die. And then she's like, so everyone's dead, and he's like, well, all the good ones. Yeah. That actually made me laugh. Yeah. I'm like, because he's shit. I get it.
Yeah,
like,
not even gonna lie, if it wasn't for the Wade and Yukio part, that would be the funniest part of the movie for me, and they designed it that way. Yeah. But I was just like, yo, we've been like, people were like doing like Easter egg hunts and everything, like, all right, which member of the X-Force are we gonna have? We're gonna have this one. Everybody was like dying, like, which X-Force members are we gonna have? Is he gonna have his X-Force 2 on this? How crazy is the X-Force gonna be? Yeah. We didn't even need to worry about all that.
And then literally they're murdered. Like,
just gone.
The worst part,
though, Domino.
The very worst part about that whole scene is like, no one really knew if Terry Crews was dead or not. They're like, oh, that's funny. Then everybody else started dying. I was like, oh, they're dying.
Yeah, because he just like crashes into a bus, and I was like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? It's Terry
Crews. And then
the
dude drops into a fucking wood chipper, and I was like, they're killing all of them.
And then that's when you have to think back, like, yo, Terry Crews is actually dead.
And I was like, why the fuck would you get Terry Crews, the man T. Crews, in this movie for nothing, yo? Like,
we're big Terry Crews fans.
Yeah. I think he was actually upset about that. I think I saw an article.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Well, in the trailer, it showed him like cracking somebody on the ground, and he was like, "Yeah, we're in."
Yeah,
this.
And I was like,
okay, so he's actually gonna do something. I can't wait to see what Terry Crews does.
And it has the It guy. I can't remember his name. Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they got him in there too. Dead. I was like, cool. Like,
hopefully
okay,
they have more deleted
Brad
scenes.
Pitt dead.
For real.
They brought him in for 2 seconds. That was hilarious.
Yeah, which I mean,
I wouldn't even say 10 seconds. It was like,
it was literally like he got shot.
Yeah, true. Like,
and that was
2 seconds.
it.
That's the only reason you know it's him, because he gets shocked back into like.
He's like, I was like, is that Brad Pitt?
I was like,
apparently Matt Damon was one of the guys Cable killed at the beginning where he first came back from the future, and he was one of the trucker guys. Apparently,
really?
Apparently,
I heard Matt Damon was in it, but I didn't know.
Apparently that's who he was, but I didn't peep it at the time.
These guys making random cameos all over now. He was in Thor Ragnarok as Loki.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he was like, "I'm a trickster." I was like, "That's actually funny. I like that." But
man,
nah. Me and Jam Shake definitely talked about that one a lot. Actually, another member of the food chain, Champ Special, was highly upset. Yeah, I went and watched that with him personally, and I looked over at him to see how he was going to react, and it was just like genuine anger. I'm like, it's okay, bro. Yeah, it's a Deadpool movie.
For real, and
it doesn't work. You see, it doesn't work.
Like, whatever. Who cares? Like,
honestly.
So I have a question for both of you.
But the one that I'm going to throw in there, just because it's probably my second biggest issue, is the end of the movie.
Yeah, and that's why I was getting ready to ask both of you.
If you guys watch past the credits, I mean, if you don't watch past the credits in a Marvel movie, you're really fucking up.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know why you people do it.
Watch past the credits. During the as the credits go, it goes back into the movie, and you see that Wade, with the help of, actually, it doesn't even seem like Wade. It's just literally Negasonic and Yukio. Re-amplify Cable's time travel disc. Somehow, I guess they're like geniuses.
Yeah, I guess they're super smart.
She's just a Negasonic.
I mean, I love Negasonic Tina.
Of course, so the fact that she did it, Jam Shake loved it.
Yeah, I love her.
In any case, Deadpool gets the device to go back in time, and he just starts rolling through different pieces of the time. First of all, he goes back and he saves Vanessa. So it's like,
that was the only one that bugged.
That outdid
the purpose of the movie.
Because that legitimately could erase the whole movie if they go with it.
Exactly, and I wouldn't have minded him saving Vanessa as long as they didn't do everything they did in the movie.
Yeah.
Because they did so much with that movie that technically, now that he saved her, there was no reason for him to do anything he did in the movie.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's all just technically gone.
Yeah, technically that movie's not canon.
Exactly. So he kind of just, it was like you watched everything just to see it go away.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he goes even further and goes into the X-Men chronology and kills old Wade Wilson.
Yeah, from Origins.
From X-Men Origins.
We don't talk about that.
Which, don't get me wrong, it was funny because everyone knew he hated that portrayal. So, Deadpool kills Deadpool. Funny.
Can I cut you off for a quick second? That was a disappointment I had, because I was like, did they really get Hugh Jackman to come into this movie to be Wolverine just for this one scene?
Nah,
I was looking hard. I was like, come on.
Nah, that was just
I was waiting for him to act out character, but the second he did, I was like, oh no, it's just still from the
Yeah,
movie
it's
scene.
still just from
If
the
they
movie,
brought
yeah.
Hugh Jackman in just for that one scene to reenact, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But as far as like dislikes, that's probably like my second biggest, aside from the introduction of all this X-Force just to have it tore down.
Yeah.
So my question to both of you guys is,
Okay.
which do you hate more, the X-Force dying or the end of the movie?
I mean,
Well, the end of the movie retcons the X-Force.
Yeah,
dying.
I guess like the end of the movie kind of destroys
Yeah.
the movie. Like the movie,
Like both ways, X-Force is disrespected.
the
in a way.
movie technically doesn't make sense in its own, and here comes time travel because no one can make a good time
I
travel.
mean, Mick Whoopi
the movie,
says it all the time.
The movie
Time
doesn't make
travel
any
kills
sense
everything.
strictly
It does.
because first of all, you're going back in time saving his girl Vanessa, which after that he goes back in time and makes Peter quit. Which doesn't make sense because that wouldn't have happened anymore because he had no reason to get Peter because Vanessa's alive anyway.
Right.
So it ruined. That doesn't even make sense there because
I just hope it's not canon.
that's so probably the end because technically it makes like that.
It just
2
unwinds
hours.
the whole movie.
Technically, it makes that however long a movie is it doesn't matter. I didn't watch it. It didn't happen. Nothing matters technically.
Yeah, there
So,
was
like-
nothing.
Yeah, need Vanessa to die because in the depth of his romance, his bromance with Colossus
Yeah.
just was like the main thing of that movie. Like
Yeah.
they had such a good bromance, and I was like,
I will
that's
say
adorable.
another thing I didn't like was that scene. Well, what happens in that scene? When Colossus comes and like saves
When he
him.
has the spear in his head.
Yeah, he has a spear in his head. If you look at the background, Domino and Cable are fighting or trying to hold off Juggernaut, and Deadpool's like being all fancy, romantic with well, not fancy, but
He's
romantic and stupid
Yeah,
with
he's still
Colossus.
hallucinating and stuff too.
But in the background, there's a point where Juggernaut literally picks up Cable like this and throws him, and I'm like, you ripped Deadpool in half. Why would they even make him have a scene where he picks up Cable?
It was just
knowing
like,
he can rip him in half.
it's just simply like him.
Yeah.
Just they weren't. That's not the focus.
Exactly.
They just wanted something happen.
And that's my pickiness on
Yeah.
looking like behind everything. But that's such a small issue I had. It doesn't really
Yeah.
matter too much.
Honestly,
But,
though, I still think all in all it was a good movie.
it was still a great
I don't
movie.
regret
So-
seeing it. Yeah, I think it
I
was
don't
still
either.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was
yeah.
a great movie still.
I saw it twice, so
it's still, I actually saw it 3 fucking times.
I
which
only
blew
saw
my
it
mind.
once.
But
so-
Once. I only saw it once.
yeah.
So final thoughts?
The final thoughts. My biggest curiosity is if they're gonna take this anywhere. Like I told the rest of the food chain, there's been, from what I've seen on social media, like they speculated a movie where it's not so much a Deadpool 3, but all the characters who would have been in Deadpool 3 will be in future X-Men movies.
Well,
which
I've heard that they're not working on a Deadpool 3. If they go anywhere, it'll just be X-Force.
yeah.
And that's fine.
I want that to be a series movie though, X-Force series
Ain't gonna
movie.
be- If Deadpool's in it, it's not
If,
gonna be
if,
serious.
if he's in it,
If
unless they
it's
just
made by Ryan Reynolds, produced by
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, it's not going to be serious.
But
They're
they
just
have
gonna stay
if
the
they have
time.
a less goofy, like still goofy Deadpool, but make it a serious X-Force movie.
Yeah.
that would be so good.
Well, I enjoyed how serious he got after she died.
Yeah.
Like when he rammed the car and then he gripped him up and yanked him and he just stared at him. And then it was almost like, I don't really know the correct word for it, but it was like really like heartwarming or like,
Yeah, heartfelt.
yeah, it was very heartfelt when he looked at the guy, hugged him, and then just dove into a car and
Yeah.
technically would have killed them both because you kind of hit that point where he's like at rock bottom, like he now has like literally nothing to live for,
He was trying to kill himself.
and that's what it was. He's always trying to die because
Yeah.
of what he is, and it's like, damn, now Vanessa's gone, which was literally everything he fought for in Deadpool 1. So it's like, well, shit. He has nothing now. So him throwing that is so symbolic because it's like he just wants to die now. And yeah, he killed the guy, but he even says it with Colossus. I'm the reason she's dead. I killed every asshole who killed her, except for me. I couldn't kill me. And he's like, I tried. I just couldn't do it. And I'm like, damn, that kind of hurts because it's like, yo, he would have really killed himself had he not been, immortal, technically, because he can just regenerate forever from nothingness.
Yeah.
But like that was one of like the things that I liked because it showed you a glimpse of how serious Deadpool can be. Banzai was actually one of the first ones to expose me to serious X-Force Deadpool because before I just thought he was normal Deadpool just on an X-Force team.
Mainstream wise, that's all people care about.
I mean,
Deadpool. Silly Deadpool.
He's not always serious on X.
Well, no,
he isn't.
I couldn't imagine him being,
but he fights.
I actually saw a glimpse of it, not X-Force based, but I talked to Jamshake about this. The aftermath of Secret Empire, where he encounters Captain America for the first time since he becomes good again. And this is in comics now, but it's just to tag along the whole serious side. He's literally going at Captain America with everything he has, angry as hell because he looks at him as his hero. Like, just like the Punisher, he's the reason he became a superhero. So to see him fall into like a Hydra agent, it just shattered him emotionally. And there was no jokes in that whole like couple of pages. He didn't joke. He didn't be satirical. He didn't make like stupid like, remarks about it. He was pissed. He was like, I loved you. You were everything to me, and this is what you do, fighting him the whole time. And Captain America's trying to say, wait, it wasn't me, yada yada. But Deadpool's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like you can't go back on what you did.
You also got Deadpool versus Punisher when he got serious in that.
I haven't read that. I don't know.
He got serious momentarily.
But it's still like a quick glimpse of like, yo, when he's not funny, he really is like a weapon to be feared. Like,
yeah.
People who like think about the Weapon X project, they're like, yeah, Wolverine, blah blah blah. But
yeah. I don't know, like 80 people.
He's a force to be reckoned with when he's actually serious.
But yeah, I mean, my final note is just the curiosity of like where it's gonna go. Because I mean, when you watch both movies, you can't deny that both of them were very great movies, and they took the superhero landscape to a different level. Being that successful as a rated R movie, being that popular, and opening the doorway for other rated R movies. We talked about Logan. We never know what rated R movies will come in the future that are superhero based. Hopefully they're equally as good. But as far as me, I'm just curious on where it's going to go. I would love to see this continue because Ryan Reynolds loves doing this. And he just seeing actors be so passionate about what they're doing makes me enjoy a movie even more. Because you can add that realism into it. Like, it's not just them acting anymore. They love it now. Like, they're like infatuated with it. And that brings out the best in you. When you're doing something you love, no one can do it really better than you because you're putting everything you have into it. But what about you guys?
Short and sweet. I like Deadpool 2. I had no problems with it. I like Deadpool 1 more. But still, as a sequel, this wasn't a bad movie. Right. I enjoyed it. I saw it twice, so of course I enjoyed it.
I mean, I hear that a lot. You'd be surprised how many people have said that to me.
For me, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I think it was good. I want people to see it.
Of course.
Because, like you said, passion projects that are, good, like, that's important for, like, that to get recognized. Like Deadpool wouldn't happen if Ryan Reynolds didn't want to do it.
Of course.
Like, so, like, the fact that like these are being made or like and are doing good is like shows something to filmmakers that like you don't have to follow that like status quo. You can kind of do what you want, and as long as people like it, then you got it. Also, I don't really care how they go from here because honestly, I don't think they care. Right. I feel like they'll do whatever they want to do,
of course,
whether it makes sense or not. And I mean, I'm fine with that because Deadpool, it doesn't really matter, So I'm just excited to see what comes next.
But don't worry, buddy, because we're going to see Deadpool and Teen Titans Goes to the movies.
All right, then we're gonna cut it here. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you all again.
Review.
I am Snapple Grapple. To my left, we have
the Bonsai Wolfburger.
To the left of him, we have
the Jam Shake.
And we are the Food Chain. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry it took us so long to get some content out. Life comes at you fast sometimes. Everything gets a little busy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, those of our fans who have been commenting, give us a like. Go down to the comment section. Let us know what's going on. Let us know what you think about it. Different things you might have wanted to happen or didn't expect. Anything you can think of revolving around the movie. And we'd love to hear from you guys. And we'll see you guys very soon with some more content.
X-Force.
X-Force.
Wakanda.
Bye.
Bye.